would think you could make something so fantastic out of some simple store-cupboard ingredients. I mean, we've all got a bag of peas in the freezer, and of course, here is the mint that I've been talking about. And that tiny little pot went to such huge amounts. Look at that, it's grown like a triffid. Anyway, let's crack on. First thing we've got to do is get a pan on the stove. There we go, and we're going to put a good knob of butter in there, as well as a good glug of olive oil. Now I'm just going to whack the heat up a little bit on there just to get it started and going. Just give it a little stir around. And then what I've got here is a large onion. This is a large one, just been sliced. You don't have to be precise with this because it's all going in the blender at the end. So in that goes. And one large potato. And all I've done is just literally chop that up into cubes. In it goes. And what I'm just going to do quickly, and it is quick, is just mix all that round so it's in the butter and the olive oil. And then simply, all we're going to do is put a lid on and let that sweat for around about 5 minutes. And just every now and again, give it a little stir. The next step is really simple. After that's been sautéing there for a good 5 minutes, we're just going to put 1 litre of vegetable stock in. In that goes. Give it a little stir and let that bubble for 10 minutes. Now to add the peas. I've got 700 grams here, a nice big bag. Now you can, if you want, use fresh peas, but I'm a bit greedy with fresh peas. I like podding them, and I'm afraid it's always full for me and then one for the pot, so there'd be nothing left for any pea soup. So in they go. I'm just going to give them a little stir around there just to help them. And then we're going to add the mint. And all we're going to do is just literally pick the leaves off, one by one. We don't want the stalks in, just the nice leaves. You want a good handful of leaves as well. And the smell is just absolutely fantastic. So now, just another little stir. Lid on, 5 minutes. Well, after that's simmered for about 5 minutes, you'll find that the potato's nice and soft. Obviously the peas are just cooked, as well as the onion. Everything will be wilted and tender. Now we're going to blitz it. Now if you don't have a blender like this, don't panic, you can use the hand blender. You know, they're quite cheap nowadays, anybody can get one from nearly just about anywhere, funnily enough. So what I'm going to do, and I will try not to make a mess, is just pour this into my blender. This may take a couple of sessions, depending on the size of your blender. So all we're going to do is just whiz away. Just do it in batch stages and put the ones that already are blitzed into the pan. And then fill up and repeat. So as you can see, that's all been blended together now. Now you'll see that there is actually still some parts of the pea in it. Now I like it like that, but if you wanted, say for a dinner party, to make it really silky smooth, just run it through again a sieve, another pan, sieve over the top and pour the soup, and you'll find that that makes it really, really silky. So just giving that another stir, and I'm going to pour this into a nice bowl here. Also, again, if the soup is slightly thicker than you like, don't be afraid just to add, a few more tablespoons of hot water or stock in there, that's no problem. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to have a little taste test just for some seasoning. So that's perfect for me because I suppose I'm used to actually cooking this quite a lot and I sort of know my seasoning. But you can also just check while it's in the pan, clean teaspoon, and just see if it needs a little added salt or pepper. But that's fine for me. You can also, don't forget, jazz this up with some nice crispy fried onions and some croutons. But either way, I think you're going to be absolutely delighted.